friends, I'm going to teach you programming in C. So let's start from the factorial program. So first of all, we will include some header files that is required for printf and scanf functions and other input and output functions. So another one I will use conio.h. So this is used for clear screen and getch functions like. So the stdio.h is a standard input and output dot header, and another one is console input and output dot header. So we will start. I am just removing these comments, so I just explain you what exactly the use of these functions. So this is used for std.io.h for used for the printf and scanf functions, and conio.h used for console input output functions like for clear screen and getch. Another one is void main. Void main is also a function name, so which we will define the return type. Return type is having a void, and the name of function is main, that is a main function to execute the program, and the closing parenthesis that is used for the arguments will. So right now I'm not using this function is also called no return type no argument with open parenthesis. So I'm using a clear screen function to clear the buffer. So this is used for like clear the buffer. The buffer is actually a temporary memory which we need to clear before the starting program. So once the program will execute, first of all the clear screen will execute and it will clear the buffer, so the previous content and everything will be clean, then it will display the another part. So now the terminator operator like semicolon always used to end any statement, so it will be terminate any statement like. So now I will use a printf function to display what we need to enter the number to calculate its factorial. Now I'm going to use another function scanf. I'm using %d for like for digit part. We will use the integer data type for entering the number. I will use here number, and we need to set address of the number, and now this number will be called automatically. Now I will use another variable for loop, it is I. It will also a integer type. So I is equal to num, and again semicolon to terminate the first initialization stage. The next stage for the for loop is condition I is greater than 0, then semicolon, and again the next stage is for loop is increment or decrement, minus minus. I'm using I minus minus. Now I will use another variable which I will store the result of the factorial number. I will use R. I will use R is equal to 1. That's why, because I am going to multiply by I. So I just put 1 just because of, if I will put 0, the every value will be 0 in the result. So I want exact value that will be in the number. So suppose I have a number value is 5, then it will remain 5. The output is stored in R. Now I will just save this program. The name of the program will be, you can save with any name, like I'm going to save from the name of the factorial. Yeah. So once you will click on the run function, you can compile and run. So you will see here, enter the number to calculate its factorial. So once you will enter any number, like I will enter the 5 number, the factorial is 120. Now if I will enter any another number, like for 6, the result will be 720. So now I'm going to explain you how the flow of this program is working. Now suppose we are having a 3 variables, number, I and r is equal to 1. Suppose we are entering a number value is 5, and once we enter the number value, number is equal to 5, the value of number we are initiating in I. So first of all, the for loop is first stage for initialization. I value will be 5. Now I is greater than, we will check the condition I is greater than 0. Yes, if the condition is true, then it will move to the body of the loop. The body of the loop will be r is equal to r into I. So now what exactly the value of I are? It's 1. 1 multiply, what is the value of I? The value of I is 5. You can see here 1 into 5 is equal to, you can see 5. So 5 will be stored in the R. Now the next statement, after this statement you will see the I minus minus. The I minus minus will decrease the value of I. The value of I will decreasing, and now the value of I is 4. Now we will check again the condition, 4 is greater than 0. Yes, it's true. Now the value of R is equal to 5. The value of I is, right now you can check here, the current value of I is 4. Now the current value of R is 20. Now again the I value will be decreased, the current value will be 3 greater than 0. Again it will check the condition and it's true, and again the current value is 20 and I's value is 3 and it will be 60. Now the next part will be again decrease the value, 4, 2 is greater than 0. Yes, it's again true. The current value of R is 60 greater than, you can see here the value will be 120 after the multiplication. Again decrease the value, 1 greater than 0, condition will be true, and again R is equal to 120 and multiply by I's value will be 1. So the R is again 120 and again we will decrease the value of I. The I will be 0. 0 is greater than 0. It's not true, it's false. So the condition is false. Now that terminates from the loop statement and it will move to the this print statement and it will print the value of R. Now you can see here the value of current R is 120. Before starting the calculations, in the beginning we check the R is 1. Now it's 120. So you can check, we can proceed with any calculations, like any factorial number we can enter, so this will work accordingly. So this is like a very explanation. So thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.